Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the vlog. Second day in a row of a sit-down vlog, but there's been something on my mind that I want to share with you that I think might help for the rest of the school year as we close out. I know many of you are probably getting ready to finish soon. Others like me, June 5th. But something to keep in mind is that as the year comes to a close, it's really important to reflect on the year, what went well overall, what didn't go well overall. That way you have some sort of vision moving into next year, especially if you're staying in the same grade. And something that I wanted to share with you, that's something that I'm gonna be doing the rest. I have about I think I have like 20 days, I don't know. I've got 4 more weeks I think left, and something that I am gonna be doing is I'm gonna be experimenting with different things that I've wanted to try. It's the end of the year, testing is coming to a close, all the important things are fizzling out, and I'm gonna use some of these days, some of this time to test a few things out, test a few different strategies out, see what will happen if kind of thing, just to kind of get my feel for next year. Now, I know I've learned a very powerful lesson this school year, a really big lesson this year, which is kind of obvious, but no 2 years are gonna be the same, and just because something worked last year or this year doesn't mean it's gonna work next year. You may have to be there are years you might have to be a completely different type of teacher than normal, based on the needs and the abilities of your students. So that being said, anything that was successful this year, it may not be successful next year, but nonetheless, it's still important to reflect on what went well, what didn't go well, and identify your strengths and areas for improvement. So when you're identifying your strengths, think about what you're really good at as a teacher. For example, my bread and butter, what I feel like I am really effective at and really good at is running, planning, and managing small group instruction. Centers, rotations, data collection, sharing the data with the students, grouping students together, coming up with mini lessons. That's kind of my thing. What I'm not so good at is whole group instruction. Captivating 20 to 24 students all at once, keeping their attention, developing really cool, engaging whole group lessons. I'm no good at that. That is not my thing, and that's something I really do want to get better at, because there's a place for that, and I feel like that can be, I just feel like I need to get better at that. That can be a very powerful way to teach. If you can captivate your whole class, especially for certain content areas. But I'm really good at small groups. So I am going to continue to try to, over the summer, I'm going to continue to try to tweak and revise how I do small groups. And I'm going to try to push harder to come up with some good ideas for whole group lessons. I'm going to scour the interwebs for cool lesson ideas and tips and tricks. But nonetheless, I will be doing some reflecting. But for the rest of the school year, before I get to that reflection part, I'm trying some new stuff out. I just unrolled Classroom Dojo today, and I've known about it for years. I've known about Class Dojo, and I've actually tried it in the past. But the problem that I always had with Class Dojo is I tried to do Class Dojo and the clip chart and the brain power jar, and I tried to balance, and table points, I tried to balance all these things together, and I wasn't able to stay consistent. I've since nixed the behavior chart, and now I'm strictly on Class Dojo, and today was the first day doing it, and it was fairly effective. I had some students who would get upset when they lost a point, and I'm trying to communicate with them you're choosing to. It's a work in progress, but anyways, I'm experimenting with it. I'm seeing what works, what doesn't work. Will it work if I say, okay, when you get to 10 points, this happens? Will it work to have a concrete point system, oh, you get 10 points equals this, 20 points equals this? Or should I should it be daily? Should I do it, just keep their points as a running total? How to do it? I am experimenting with that to see how we'll use it next year, if I will use it next year. But the important thing is to try new things. I turned my tables, I'll show you guys in my classroom chat video tomorrow, I turned my tables the other way. just to reorient the classroom so kids can see the whiteboard better. I'm just trying new things. I'm trying a couple different center types. I am trying letting students do different activities on computers versus others. I'm in the experimentation phase at the end of the year to, like I said, to kind of flow into the summer and kind of get my bearings for next year. But all that could potentially mean nothing because my students next year are different. It's knowing that and understanding that and going into the next school year with no expectations of what my class is going to be like. I just wanted to kind of help you. I just wanted to let you know what was going on in my mind as far as the rest of the school year is concerned and kind of what's going on in that realm. I'll share a lot more when I get in the classroom tomorrow for the classroom chat video, and I'll kind of show you and take you more in depth on some of the things that I'm doing. But if you have any tips for Classroom Dojo, that would be really appreciated because like I said, it's something kind of new to me and I'm always looking to get better. So drop those down below if you would. Also, if you guys saw my video yesterday about why I hate teacher appreciation, share it, please. Share it with people because I feel like it's a message that you guys have responded well to the video, and more people that aren't teachers, I think, need to see that, because I know I'm preaching to the choir. But people who aren't teachers, I think, also need to see that message and see us rally together around that and spread the word, spread the message. It's time that I think we demand respect, and we demand that educators are held up to a high standard. We got to hold ourselves to a high standard as well, but I want society to view us like peers. So anyway, thanks for watching. Find your gift, share it with the world, and remember, you are worth it. See you tomorrow.